Alright guys, so in the last video we looked at the Avenger Titan and its big brother, the Avenger Titan Renegade, but now we're going to look at its distant cousins, because these are no longer Avenger Titans, they are just Avenger series. They're in their Avenger series, sorry. Now the first one we are going to be looking at is the Avenger Stalker. Now this model has the exact same layout on the outside, same weapons as the normal Avenger Titan, has the same pretty much everything, the same exterior. However, this specific ship is used for policing or bounty hunting, specifically. I don't think the game loop is in here right now for this very specific type of ship, but this would be how you would capture your enemies and bring them back to whether it's your base, your hub. If there's a person who requests specific people to be picked up and put in the ship and brought back, this is how you would go about it. But this ship, I don't believe has it's used for bounty hunting at the minute, but it's only for going and shooting at people and killing them, whereas bringing them back is kind of off the books right now, which is what these are for. Now these in the back here are for prisoners. And I didn't actually know what these were for originally. I was kind of a little bit baffled. I was like, what the hell? What would you use these for? But you'd stand in, you'd get someone to stand in here, or if you'd knock them out, you'd throw them in there, and then you'd close this behind them, and they'd be stuck in there, and they wouldn't be able to open this from the other side. Or they shouldn't be anyways. But obviously I don't know, and I don't want to risk getting stuck in there, because I have no one to help me get out. But obviously this sacrifices your entire storage that we had in the last two ships that we had. So I don't know if you watched the last video, you'll understand, or if you have a ship, you'll understand if you have one of the Avenger series. But this is how much storage room you get, whereas in this one, the only thing you could maybe store is a small vehicle in the middle here, but again, that would kind of ruin your way of getting in and out. Anyways, it has the same room as the last one. It still has the same middle room for sleeping and your fire extinguisher and whatever components are here. Again, I still think the same. There should be some space for a storage locker and maybe even a weapons cabinet or something. But yeah, I do really like this ship. Obviously it's kind of out of use at the minute. There's no real use for this ship at the minute. I mean, you could use it, but the only thing you'd be able to do is carry bodies with you, and you obviously don't want to do that. But yeah, obviously they would keep people in here and bring them back, and then you would eventually put them wherever you wanted to put them, or give them to someone who actually wanted them. Now, again, like I said, I won't show off the pilot seat there, because that is the same as the last two. It's again the same guns as the normal Titan. It's just the interior that's different. Now, I was going to do a separate video reviewing this, but because this has been such a quick and easy review on the Stalker, there's no real reason not to review the Warlock in the same video. So the Warlock, again, has the same standard layout as the Avenger Titan and the Stalker. It has the same layout, same gun, same ballistics, same lasers, same missiles. The only thing that's a little bit different about this ship is when you look in the back, there's no real way to get in because of this. Now, if you don't know what this is an EMP device. Now, essentially what that does, I don't have keybind set, so I cannot actually show it off because it doesn't charge properly, and I believe it is actually bugged in this version of the game, unfortunately, so I can't really show it off. If it gets fixed, I might do a little short on showing how it works, but essentially how it works is you would charge up the EMP device. Any ships within a certain radius of you will either get the quantum drive won't work, or I don't actually know if this is the one that disables them, but I think it is, so I'm just going to go off that. It will disable all electronics in a ship for a certain amount of time, excluding your own, so obviously it won't count. But yeah, normally what you do is you would turn this on here, obviously it would turn on, and then you go into here and it would start charging, and you would add it to your weapons category. But for some reason it's bugged and you cannot add it to any category other than 4, and it still doesn't charge past 0. So unless someone knows how to change that and fix that, then I can't really do much more than that. But when you get out of the seat and you stand up in here, the only way to get out, by the way, is through the pilot seat and then exiting through the canopy on this side by clicking there. But when you come down here, it is again the same room. And in this room, because we don't have a door here, it could have been a really good idea to put a weapons locker in here, or if not a weapons locker, like something like a storage locker or something, or made it a little bit more homely. Because like I said, I don't know if you saw the last video, but I said that they should maybe make this into like a little coffee area where you can make coffee, and then this should be well, in this case this should be maybe a weapons locker, but I said in these little crevices here there should maybe be one, but obviously if they kind of fit it because of components, it makes sense. But a storage locker like somewhere down here or under the bed would be quite a nice addition. But yeah, the way you get out of here, if you've like woke up from logging off in your seat, you gotta get out here, and this is the only way you can get out of the Avenger Warlock. You turn to your side and you click exit ship, and you will climb out of the front of the ship and just climb on down, nice and easy. Now these weapons and everything can be changed, so you're not just stuck with the bog standard layout of the Avenger Titan. You can obviously change these, so you're not just sitting around like, you know, with horrible weak weapons. I know obviously I say that, but it is just a starter ship, so if you're wanting to go into like proper fighting with the Avenger series type ships, you're probably best upgrading them. Anyways, I'm going to get on to the shop prices. Now both of these amazing ships are both available only in Hurston. They aren't available anywhere else. If you're wondering where in Hurston, it's only at New Deal. There is no other place in Hurston you can get ships at the moment, but New Deal is the place you can get these two ships. There's nowhere else in the verse other than the Pledge store, which again, I believe these ships only come at limited events. So these two ships, the first one is worth 1.5 million, which is the Avenger Stalker. It's the cheaper option, and it's a little bit more pricey than the Avenger Titan, because it only adds the interior changes. There is no exterior changes. It is pretty much the same. However, the Warlock, with it being an EMP device ship, it is quite a bit more pricey than the rest. It is 2.1 million AUEC. And that is, again, like I said, only available in Hurston. And obviously, because it's an EMP and its weapons are the same, it is obviously a little bit more pricey. I believe... Wait, hold on, actually. This might be... Hold on, I might be wrong about the weapons, by the way. Just because of how much this costs, it doesn't make sense for it just to be the EMP. So I'm just going to double check that I am correct there saying that. Yeah, I am correct saying that. Yeah. It is I believe it might be a size up, but it isn't a heavier hitting cannon. It is just the same Gatling gun as you get with the Avenger Titan. It might just be one size up, which basically just means it deals a bit more damage because of the speed. Obviously, if it was slower and had bigger bullets, it would probably mean that it was doing a lot more damage than the Avenger Titan, which is what I'm assuming that is with the Renegade over there, with it having such a limited amount of bullets. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed. That has been the Avenger series of Aegis, the Aegis Avenger series. I don't believe there is any more Avengers or anything like that out at the minute, so as soon as there is, or if there is any more, I will do a video advertising what is new with them. But as far as that goes, we're done with these now, and we're going to move on to the next set of ships. So once we are done with these and we go on to the next episode will be the Aegis Eclipse, and then after that will be the 2 Gladiuses. However, I don't have access to the pirate version or the other version. There is another version of a Gladius, but I don't have access to it, and I don't think it's even available in the verse, because I believe it is linked to Squadron 42 or referral rewards, and I don't have any referrals at the minute, so I don't have access to it. If I can get access to the pirate one though, I will show it in the tour. But anyways guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video for the Eclipse. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.